Good morning, everyone. We have just come out of a very powerful meditation on our weekly Wednesday, and this was a very powerful, profound experience that we both went very far. Honey specifically went beyond and is slowly integrating, if not fully integrating, back.
I'm coming back.
So let's go ahead and just open up.
I feel because my mouth is still like funny because I went into a deep altered state, so I can tell my physically I'm here. I returned, and but there's a part of me still. I've returned about good 90%. I still like a little bit more because I can tell my mouth is still yikam.
Okay.
That's because I go in there.
Sure.
So maybe you should start, then I see what happened.
Okay. So immediately in this meditation, I saw a pyramid, and I'm going to do the best because it was a very long one. And
how long was it?
It was a good 15-20 minutes. And when your sounds were activating me, I went somewhere very, very far. So I don't have full recollection, but I do remember when we started, I saw a crystal translucent pyramid with roses around every corner. And we were directly in the center of it with golden spiraling rays moving through us, up through the tip, into going straight to the universe. And as that was happening, that activated silver rays being ignited through the tip of the pyramid, down through us, spiraling, golden rays coming down beside us. As that was doing, it was spiraling within us, where we then were being crystalline again, like our bodies were becoming golden. That golden turned into golden dust that then spiraled up into the universe. As you were making sounds, I was being activated, and that activation took me very far, where I was going into the universe, and then all I could see was just rays and colors. First I saw this very, very, very bright white light, and it was becoming bigger and bigger, and the colors of the rainbow spectrum of colors were coming out of it, and images were coming out of it. And it took me really deep, where I can't describe what happened. I just know I was in a very far dimension with energies that were being brought through in a purification, activating my third eye to then receive this huge, huge corridor that I went through. To the corridor, it was an amazing, amazing shapes of just white light with frequencies of colors coming out, until I went directly into that, which opened me up to a very, very big scene. Again, a lot of things were happening. At one point, I remember when I was in the universe, this golden dust was coming out as a fountain, and that fountain was covering Earth. And then I saw two components of Earth. I saw the new Earth and I saw the old Earth. And then the deeper that light charged, then it took me to this bright, bright, bright sun. And then on the sun, it looked like little dark pieces were being flickered out. So these rays were knocking out all these little pieces that were covering the light of the sun. Again, I'm just speaking in different orders because the energy was so strong that I can't remember what happened first, because as you were being brought into either your channel or your activations, it was igniting me to different scenes as it was happening. One scene, one of the most powerful ones, was I was in front of this golden frequency, and I saw myself with wings expanding, and these wings were golden, and they turned into rainbow colored wings, and they took form of the whole universe as they were expanding, and all I could feel myself was expanding.
Wow.
You know, feeling the energy of to become stronger, become more disciplined, become, you know, that was the voice I kept hearing, becoming expanded, disciplined, stronger. And again, many, many things happened. I just, with your sounds, it was a little challenging to remember what happened, because I was also connecting back to see where you were, because at one point I saw your fingers pointing right at me. And when I saw that, I saw lines of energy come through me, purifying energy.
No.
Yeah, and there was so much more that happened. It's like a psychedelic translucent experience that I can't remember what happened first. Those were just the images that happened, starting with the pyramid. It ended with a golden pyramid.
Okay.
And a golden light at the tip, with a condor and with a condor and an eagle.
Okay.
At the tip, and an egg that was shining with light coming out of the egg. The condor eagle in the middle. There was a huge light, and that was shining out at the tip.
Oh my goodness! Sorry. So when I yawn, it's like I'm just coming back. Michael took a little bit of a time because I feel it's been out of all this time. It's been a long time since I've gone into this state where we've done meditation now.
2 weeks ago.
No, Michael.
Oh, into this deep of a state, yes.
I think in our meditation together,
okay,
it's been probably like 2 years ago. Like, or whatever, a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
So,
it's 2 years.
put it this way, love.
Okay.
So, first, it's just for those of you that may not be aware, like I am a trans channeler, and I'm an incorporated channel of multidimensional consciousness. And I haven't gone into a channeled state in a long, it's exactly a year actually.
In March it will be.
No, February. January would be. Anyway, so, anyway, I'm always in communication with the consciousness. But anyway, today it was so funny, just as we said to start our meditation, my breath was so strange. I was actually at some point like giggling because I opened my eyes and because it was kind of loud and there was this, I don't even know how to describe it, like this bumping breath going up, coming down, like just bumping, and I kept laughing initially. Michael's like, go with it, and it was so distracting because I couldn't, it was like as if I was like how would you describe it, Michael? Like it was so strange.
It was like a being. I felt like it wasn't you. You expressed it as like, this doesn't feel like me. This feels like, and I said, just go.
Yeah, like my breath wasn't. It wasn't just as I began. Like it was like it was pulsing, going up, and then pulsing, then coming down around my heart, pulsing, like bumps, coming out. So something was very strange with. So as Michael said, I just started relaxing into it, breathing. And I just started having a lot of experiences. And the first thing that happened, I probably can't explain all of it, but the clear things is I was immediately moved into a planet where there was a large globe of golden crystal light, and there were thousands of darker blue cat humanoid beings with pointy ears and tails, and then it was kind of like a valley with mountain, and there was this center, it was like a globe, like a ball, a sphere of light, but crystal. It was gold. Crystal gold is the best. And all of them had come around. They put their hands on it. So imagine this is in the center. All these, they all look exactly the same. Dark blue cat beings. They weren't Lyrans. They were different completely. They had black stripes on their hands, and their fingers was pointing in this center, and they were all like the one in the front, they were like this, and then all the other ones in a unison were pointing, and immediately from that place, that light, I was seeing that light that was focused on the center was being directed towards Earth, and it was directing towards Earth. It was inside of, it was then coming out of my crystalline diamond frequency and directing out in all multifaceted, but I was in a, my diamond was inside a dodecahedron. Outside of it was dodecahedron construct by the, and then from there I can't tell you what happened afterwards, because after that the dodecahedron then was brought into my front vision right here in my frontal script. Then it turned into a violet flame. Then the violet flame moved in and out in the third dimensional, fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional movement, and it went inside of me. And then suddenly I wasn't a body anymore. I was a violet, I was a violet flame, and I was just pure violet flame, and I was somewhere else. And then the consciousness of me and my physical construct was no longer there, and I was aware of both. And then from there, suddenly I was being moved into a very large figure, and I was aware that part of my physical body was being moved up, and I think probably was my right hand. And the violet flame became a white golden flame, and it was so strange. It was like the entire universe, and then there was many different consciousnesses were coming in and out through my vessel. Like there was Yeshua, there was Mother Mary, there was Kuan Yin, there was Buddha, there was an Andromedan being, there was an Arcturian, there was Serapis Bey, Saint Germain. There were all these being going in and out, just moving, just dropping in, moving out of my. So there were many different sounds that were shifting with their rays. And then suddenly something really opened, like as if it was the center of the universe vibrating like that, but the center, and whatever the hand was pulling it like that. It was ginormous, and it was as if it was the pull between Divine Mother, Divine Father was inside of me, with my hands pulling it like let's say if the universe is spiraling like this as we see it, but it was stretching it out this way. And that took me, I don't know what happened after that. I just don't know what happened after that. And then I wasn't here. Then I heard some sound of like a light ship, and then I started coming. I'm coming in. Then I can't put everything else into words, and coming in. Then I come in my body, but I could tell I'm still between state, as you saw, because I would say, but my mouth wasn't responding. My eye, like I could tell I'm here, but I'm not. It's more back, but I'm still like altered.
Yeah.
I know my brain waves were altered. And then, oh yeah. Did you hear? Did I speak?
You were making sound, and when you were making sound...
But these are not regular sounds I make.
I know.
None.
When you were making a sound, I felt my whole brain become tingly and energy move through, because as I was going through the universe in these quarters with these images popping around, which some are very similar, I could feel those sounds as an activation through myself, through yourself, but through energies that were very, very powerful.
There was one, I remember, it was all coded. So it's putting me in that state now. It was coded very, very galactic. Almost sounds of lines and dots.
Okay.
Do you recall, or because you were in an altered state
yourself? I was in an
yourself?
altered state. When I was in an altered state, I just felt the sounds that were coming through it was following the journey and the activation that was happening to me at the same time. It was
that
like
was
those sounds
blue, in blue vibration. I feel I'm still inside a bit of the transmission. I can tell I'm here, but I'm not completely here.
Let's ground you and say thank you for being in our presence for today. And
but I want you all to know, as in transmission, when I don't often get into this space, and I go, it's very far, so it takes me a while to return. That's why my speech is still a bit strange. It just takes a little bit longer to return, because there's integration in what took place that cannot fully be articulated.
Okay. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear ones. What a beautiful day.
Oh, look. It's still not back.
That's okay. We'll bring you back. Much love, many blessings.